Good afternoon all. Protocol having been established. It's wonderful to be in the north of the island and to see the impact that one of our developmental programs is having in the education system in one of our more rural schools. Thank you, principal husbands, for welcoming us with open arms once we approached you. The NCF's Junior Masquerade project has been many years in the making. It actually would have been inaugurated in 2002 and has grown or declined in terms of the number of schools and groups that we've extended the training opportunity to, depending, I guess, on the budget and the sponsorship available from year to year. This year, we're happy in a post-COVID environment to state that this program has grown to its biggest ever. This year, we have 13 groups, 9 schools, 9 primary schools, 2 secondary schools, and 2 community groups actually involved in the program, where we have been able to assign some of our designers and costume producers who work within the industry that is crop over, to work with the schools to train the students, the teachers, and participating parents in the process and the techniques of costume design and construction. This meets with the aims and objectives of this program from its inception. Indeed, as Tony would have indicated, if we're going to invest in the future, we have to invest in the youth. It is the youth through their education who takes the dreams of this generation into the future. We've always felt that Junior Kadooment is a nursery for Grand Kadooment, and all of our junior developmental programs really are effectively the nursery for the big competitions and the big showcases in the festival. So it's only by training in design, training in construction, training in research, training in the history and the traditions of Barbados, that we will educate a wider pool of persons into understanding that creating a costume is not just about throwing a few colors together and jumping up and having fun, but an opportunity to tell an important part of the story of Barbados. So this program transfers this knowledge to children, to parents, to teachers, and ultimately to the audiences that will view and enjoy the costume bands on parade on July 15th at Junior Kadooment. The development of students and teachers and wider communities often will have multiplying benefits to the community. Not only in the process of learning our children, learning simple things like drawing and cutting a straight line, safety and handling tools, learning the difference between fabrics and glues and colors, mixing colors. So it's not only an art education, but they're also trained in things like working cooperatively. How do you work together? How do you dance together? How do you perform together in a way that is not only beautiful, but helps tell a story? So by investing in our students and investing in our teachers, we are investing in the future of crop over. We know that among some of these youngsters will be future designers, definitely future masqueraders, but likely future musicians as well, future band leaders. As a matter of fact, we're happy to report that through our training over the years, there's some designers who produce bands today who would have started as just teachers working along with the NCF team that they sent into the schools. And having done this once or twice, they realize this is something I really enjoy. This is something I can do on my own. And a number of them in a few years launched their own private community Kadooment bands, and some of them eventually graduate to bringing Grand Kadooment bands. That is the developmental arc that we see, and we therefore recognize that while this program invests at the beginning, it is because of this that in the future we will continue to grow the masquerade arts and indeed the practice of the cultural arts in Barbados. We could not do it without our sponsors. As a matter of fact, while the NCF development is the core of its mandate, we are always to do more and have a greater impact when the private sector invests with us to make this possible. And because of this, we are very grateful to Signia Globe and Universal, who are partnering with us to make this happen. It is through this commitment and this commitment to invest after being with us last year for the first time for this program that has made us make the bold step of moving beyond 10 schools and groups last year to 13. So we're happy to have you on board and trust that you will remain with this program into the future. All that's left for me to say is thank you. Thank you, Sela Primary. Thank you, designers, tutors, costume producers who are working with us in the program. Thank you for our tirelessly working coordinators who, yes, we're working and moving between 13 different groups where there's activities happening week round. It's a big amount of responsibility, but they've never wavered. Thank you, sponsors. We could not do this without you. And thank you to the press and the media whose efforts in getting the message about the work of our youth out there is such an important part of making this festival the success that we expect it will be again this year. Thank you all.